Tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa, e tēnei pō. Nau mai hoka mai ki Aotearoa New Zealand, ko tēnei tōku hōtaka e ruarau, ono tekau mā wā. He mana tēnei pō, he rā tino a tāhua, tēnei rā, nā te mea, I uru mai a tamanui te rangi. Kare he hau, engari, e tahiahi nei, e āhua pauri hoki, te hanga o ngā kapua. Nā reira, me timata tātou ki te korero mō ngā āhuatanga, ngā tikanga, te kaupapa, o te kapapiri ona. Me tuhaina atu tātou, te blog, kia timata tātou I te korero. Okay. Nā, titiro ki tēnei. Amber Derrick has blown us away. And he sure has. Wow, wow, wow. We couldn't make a realistic poster of how well Amber Derrick did in the French Bitcoin contest. But the numbers are huge. Congratulations to all three winners. Congratulations, Amber, for signing up 871 paid new members last week. We are all in admiration of how well you have done. And clearly, you have built a supportive team that allows you to have such results. Now, here's one of the top leaders. When you produce numbers like that, week in, week out, every month, you have to be a leader. He obviously knows what he's doing. He seems to have the mix right in what he is doing. And of course, he's influencing others to do the same. It might be small beginnings for some people, but hey, at least they've started to step up. Now, let's take a look at this. This has got to be the French Bitcoin contest. Amber has 871 from Cameroon. Innocent has 26 in second place. And of course, in third place is Kamini with 21. That is so awesome, being led by a leader of his caliber. I've never seen another leader do this in all the time that I have been involved in TBC. Never have I ever seen a leader lead by example. Maybe we all need to take a leaf out of Amber's page, out of his book, sorry, because he is proving to the rest of the world that he can do it, he is doing it, and his plan is working. Why aren't other leaders doing it? Maybe they haven't got the recipe yet. Maybe they're not in a hurry to get the recipe. Okay, Give and take, there are many people in Cameroon, there are many people in the African states. So places that are not as populated as the African states may find it a little bit difficult to do. Or they have to take the long way around things. But all credit goes to Mbe Derek. He is showing us what he is all about. So I select you, Derek, Mbe Derek, and the rest of those who competed last week. I mean, look at the numbers. We have 871 plus 26 plus 21 for a total of almost 1,000 people out of this little group. Yeah, almost 1,000. There were 918 new members. So there are people wanting to join TBC. They're proving it. They don't care about paying the $25 a month because they've probably got something sorted already. They've probably looked at the way that Mbe is doing business and it's catching on. Maybe. But I don't hear any rumbles about paying the $25 fee. So these are new members that they brought in. Lesson learned. These people that they brought in should fully be aware that they are paying $25 a month from here on in. And if I know Mbe, he would be teaching that. He wouldn't be saying to his little Boy Scouts, no, don't say anything about the fee. That's not how leaders work. True leaders don't work like that. They divulge all. So, people, open your eyes. For every 1,000 that they bring in, there's 1,000 sitting, moaning, whinging, and carrying on. You know what I do? You can only replace those people with these people. These ones want to take action. Those ones don't. They're going to sit there and whinge and moan and groan about anything TBC, especially the fee that they pay. No wonder they're on that side of the fence and not on the winning platform. None of them are on the leaderboard, but they have the time to moan, grin, whinge, and groan. So, let's move on. Yeah. Okay. This came out last week and brought much attention to the Tibetan world, to those who don't bother to read the blog or misinterpret the blog or maybe don't understand the blog. So they go and huddle in their little groups. Next thing you know, they got this big meeting going on, trying to draw others into it. Others that don't wish to go there. Those they want to carry on and just get ahead and do what it takes. They're not interested in those meetings because they have probably devised a way to deal with things anyway. They have sorted themselves out looking ahead, looking forward. You will always have that catchment of people that are not prepared. Always. We had it when the wallet went, the TBC 004. People went, they moaned and carried on. All because of their own ignorance. They can't blame anybody but themselves for losing their wallets. So, important notice and explanation to everyone. The following notice will be placed on the TBC 009 wallet on September the 1st, 2019, and that's yesterday. In New Zealand, it was yesterday. Today, it is the 2nd of September. We are growing so fast now that it is time to deal with a serious issue that could affect you if you have one whole TBC coin or more in this TBC wallet. The majority of members holding one whole TBC coin or more have been misusing the TBC currency one way or another, and I will explain that here. Before I specifically explain the main ways these members have been misusing TBC, I want to tell you the penalty for misusing TBC. Those having one whole TBC coin or more, listen, will have these send buttons turned off permanently if they misuse TBC from now on. Simple. Don't misuse TBC in any way. Even within the very first month of March 2016, we have had a problem with members discounting TBC coins, and we have taken several measures to stop it. Discounting TBC coins is very harmful to a currency based on abundance. We have been holding send button meetings weekly for well over a year now to explain in detail why discounting is so harmful to TBC and what happens if you discount TBC coins. All members are advised to attend these weekly meetings to stay updated on TBC, especially if they are holding one whole TBC coin or more. Sad to say, attendance is very low. A great many of these members discounting TBC coins have felt they found a loophole in the system by selling whole TBC wallets because the TBC Commissioner is quick to take action when discounters exceed undocumented large transactions. But the Commissioner can't identify when members are buying and selling TBC wallets. We must put an end to the practice of buying and selling TBC wallets. We need to. I am sick of watching scammers scam people. And sad to say, the scammers come from within TBC. Willful ignorance is now the most alarming issue we are facing today within this group that are to become TBC billionaires. Most of the struggles we have faced as the community are directly related to willful ignorance. We would have had a full-blown TBC criminal economy years ago if our members were not willfully ignorant. Now that one TBC coin is worth over 10 million, we must start holding the TBC billionaires accountable. One person armed with $1 billion could have the ability to bring harm to all of us on earth. Anyone with such wealth should be held accountable for what they do with that wealth. What might happen if you give a monkey a loaded gun? What might happen if you arm an ignorant person with $1 billion? Especially if that person is willfully ignorant. Hope you get the point. Consider what has happened already. To have one whole TBC coin or more in a wallet, that person had to do something to set themselves apart from those that don't have one whole TBC in their wallet. Either they took a risk on TBC by joining it within its first year, or they worked hard on their first 2 days to collect the 48-hour rapid reward, or they made a purchase of Kringles at or above 40 grand to collect the cookie reward. Only about 200,000 of the 3.3 million members ever achieved having one whole TBC or more since the time we launched TBC 3.5 years ago. You would think something with a current value of over 10 million or more is worth protecting. But instead, out of ignorance, most of them think their job is done and are sitting back and completely asleep and have no idea what is going on in TBC today. The result has been extremely slow growth in TBC, to the point that a lack of revenue is coming in to even maintain what we have already built, let alone the needed revenue to support the fast growth we are experiencing today. If I didn't step in and make some needed changes, TBC would have died 6 months ago. The changes I made have produced successful results, and you can see it clearly in the charts. But these TBC billionaires are too asleep to even know what I have done for them. Should I have just let TBC die? Then who would be to blame if TBC died? I didn't want anyone to have a reason to think I, as the creator and admin of TBC, would let TBC die. I have been accountable, and the TBC blog has recorded all that I have done to keep TBC alive. Only an ignorant person would think one person could do all the work needed to create a new economy based on abundance. Impossible? Right. Pretty much every TBCian knows that the admin uses the TBC blog to guide the members on how to build this new economy based on abundance. Most of the TBC billionaires have willfully ignored that blog. To ignore results in being willfully ignorant. I want to keep this as brief as possible, so I will just add some relevant blog links below. If you want to see why I have issued a new policy, let's just say that if I didn't issue this new policy, then TBC would not have much of a future. It has become clear to me that a monthly admin fee can solve both of these main issues. Also, we need members to step up and build the numbers of TVC. No growth equals death. So who should be most motivated to build TVC? Obviously, the TVC billionaires have the most to gain. So, this new policy only affects the TVC billionaires. Those holding less than one whole TVC coin can disregard this notice if they want to, because it does not affect them. But it would be wise for all members to step up at this time. I tried very hard over many months to ask the TVC billionaires to step it up, but they willfully ignored me. It has come to the time that I must tell the TVC billionaires to step it up or step down to TVC millionaire instead, or else. Here's the new policy. TVC billionaires are required to pay the 8 grain admin fee every month from now on, starting in September 2019. And they must meet the full-timer requirements. Those full-timer requirements are that they complete their profile, put the right keyword in the send button meeting field, and recruit 2 paid members. That's it. Many of these TVC billionaires have met all these requirements already, but fail to indicate that in their profile at the bottom of the page. Why not? So let's address the monthly admin fee. I have been providing admin credits all through the month of August. Enough so they could sign up 2 new active members that should start to pay the admin fee each month on the 1st. I have been providing Bitcoin bounties using half of the admin fee collected for almost 6 months now. If these TVC billionaires use what I have already provided, they could sign up 2 new members at 0 cost because of the admin credits. And since they get half of the admin fee in Bitcoin bounty, that would be enough to cover the monthly cost of the admin fee. Ongoing. Forever. There are only 1,111,101 of these billionaire positions available. And I am certain I can find that many that will meet these requirements. And I'm sure you will. So if you do have one whole TVC coin or more in this wallet, you have a choice. You can meet these requirements of the new policy, or you can return all of the TVC coins in this wallet to the admin wallet address below and keep up to 0.999999 TVC. And that will bring you down to the TVC millionaire position, where this new policy has no effect on you. That's your choice. And you must make this choice before September the 30th, 2019. On October the 1st, 2019, the TVC Commissioner will turn off all of the send buttons of the remaining TVC billionaires that did not meet the requirements of this new policy. Admin wallet. Links will be on the wallet. I challenge anyone in the world to try and live on Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency for 30 days without converting it in any way to pay all of their living expenses. In other words, they can't trade Bitcoin for cash and then use the cash to pay their bills. And they can't get a Bitcoin credit card and use the credit card to pay their bills. They have to use Bitcoin straight up as a currency, period. Do you think they will be able to convince their landlord to accept Bitcoin for payment? Or that their mortgage company will accept Bitcoin for payment? Can they buy all the food that they normally buy from the stores they normally patronize with just Bitcoin? What about all of the restaurants they normally eat at? Would they accept Bitcoin for payment today? What about electricity, power, water, gas, phone, trash, waste disposal, internet and television? Can they pay all of them in Bitcoin? How about gasoline for the car, petrol for the car? What about all the other stuff they normally buy in a month, such as clothing, soap, toiletries, personal care, products, tools, furniture, office supplies, laundry supplies, and I could go on and on. We buy a lot of stuff within the 30-day period of time. In most places, we will not accept Bitcoin for payment today. Bitcoin has been around 10 years now. Why can't we spend it yet? Why? Because this cryptocurrency revolution has not reached mass adoption yet. And that's why. It's insulting to me that people would tell me to pay all of the TBC bills in just TBC. If I tried to do that in less than 1 week, TBC would be dead and your TBC wallets would disappear. Websites and apps don't work on thin air. They have to be on a server. Service costs a lot. The IT team behind TBC don't accept TBC for payment either. But they do accept Bitcoin because they can convert it to cash. All of the TBC employees get paid in Bitcoin. Are these people dumb enough to believe TBC is run by one person, the admin, and that there isn't TBC employees? From time to time, people do need to check back into reality and face the truth. A cryptocurrency economy doesn't exist yet. Come on, guys, wake up. We are building one. We are not done building it yet. Do you really think $10 a year was enough to cover the cost of completely building a cryptocurrency economy? Ha ha ha. We tried that. We totally failed. The members did so many crazy things it slowed us down to a crawl. And had I not introduced a monthly payment 6 months ago, TBC would have died. Then what? You'd all blame me. And had I not introduced a monthly payment 6 months ago, TBC would have died. I worked my ass off while most of you sat on your asses complaining about everything. It's been 6 months now and finally we are healthy again. Cash reserves are good. Bills are being paid on time. No problem now. If I wanted to give up on a mission, I would have given up 6 months ago. I would have said, sorry guys, that won the cruise contest, we failed and I have nothing for you and I quit. Bye-bye. Instead, I coughed up almost $30,000 that day in Bitcoin. which almost wiped out the entire cash reserves at that time, and put a smile on my face and gave that Bitcoin to all of the cruise winners. Would you have done the same? Nope. 99.999% of you would have quit and justified keeping the money and moved on with their lives. But for me, the mission is very important. It is even more important than me. I have staked my life on completing this mission, which is impossible for me to do alone. So yeah, it is very insulting when a fool tells me to just pay all the TBC bills in TBC and only accept TBC for payment for the admin fee. It's disgusting how disrespectful some people can be. I'm lifting most of you people up, and most of you don't even recognize what I have already done for you. It does break my heart. I lean on God a lot to deal with the heartbreak. I am certain I can find 1,111,111 people to pay the $25 a month admin fee. I could easily do that all by myself with a simple internet-based marketing campaign, and they would all sign up below me. Instead, I'm doing this the hard way, which is the right way, because I want as many poor people as I can find to be at the top of the Kringle society, because they are the most likely to have the right kind of empathy needed to end poverty globally. People that never tasted real poverty cannot emphasize with the poor. Instead, they blame the poor people for being poor. I know the truth. The system made them poor, and that is the truth. The paper money system has robbed them all of their birthright. Now, I will admit that it is actually much harder to raise up a poor person than I thought it was before I started TBC. But as I keep adding tools, it is getting easier and easier. Now, we are in the end run. We are not going to crawl our way to gather 1 billion members. We are running, and running fast now. So the hard way is the best way. We will become an amazing society once we reach maturity. So to be clear, willful ignorance will not be allowed at the top of TBC. We will build billionaires. That means TBC billionaires will learn how to think like a billionaire, how to talk like a billionaire, and how to behave like a billionaire. Being a billionaire will always be a rare thing. 1,111,101 is still a small number compared to 7.5 billion people in the world today. The attitude of just do a simple thing and then expect to be a billionaire effortlessly doesn't work. People growth is part of the job description. So consider the choice you face now carefully. And by the way, to call what I'm doing extortion is just another insulting example of willful ignorance. I'm giving you all a choice, right? The new policy doesn't affect the TBC millionaires. I'm holding the TBC billionaires accountable. So very few of you actually have one whole TBC coin or more right now. And for them, here's the choice. Step up or step down. If you do nothing, then I'll turn your send button off and make the choice for you. Like I said, willful ignorance will not be allowed at the top of TBC. I'd like to take a moment now to introduce something. I'd like to thank all my trolls for the good work they are doing for me, especially the fallen so-called TBC leaders that have become my trolls. Anyone stupid enough to turn against the TBC admin and don't expect the TBC to be worth something should check into a mental hospital to get some help. They are effing crazy. Why are they crazy? You might be asking. Because once they have cleaned up all of the trash for me and the TBC community, they will have to deal with that trash. These trashy people they are collecting will leave TBC and follow them. And like trashy people always do, they will turn against these fallen TBC leaders and make their life a living hell. I've already got my popcorn ready. I'm ready to watch this comedy play itself out. This isn't the first time TBC has had some fallen leaders, and it won't be the last. But the comedy is always the same. So thank you very much. Plus, they have shown me their true colours, and now I know for sure what kind of people they are. They are crazy trolls. Bye. So back to the point that being a TBC millionaire isn't so bad. 0.999999 TBC is worth $10 million plus in US today, and it will be worth about $3 billion once we have 1 billion members. Isn't that good enough for these people that paid $100 to get some TBC coin or whatever and sit on their ass, expecting everyone else to do all the work? If you are looking for real TBC leaders, look at the leaderboard. That is where they are. Don't join quitters and complainers. If you really like sitting on your ass, then drop down to the TBC millionaire while you still have the chance. I'm sorting out who the TBC billionaires will be. About 5,000 new members are joining a day right now because of admin credits. And next week it will be over 10,000 a day, and it will continue to grow exponentially now in the final end run to 1 billion members. We will be doing a lot of rapid reward training in September and most likely fill all 1,111,111 billionaire positions by the end of that month. And for many of them, it won't even cost them a penny in September. The writing is on the wall. You better listen to admin. I still see weeping and gnashing of teeth over the closure of the TBC 004 wallet archive, which I left open for over a year. To also be clear, admin is not the only one expecting TBC billionaires to be accountable. The whole world expects billionaires to be accountable. The world will not allow me or anyone else to create willfully ignorant billionaires. How ignorant are you? Make your choice carefully. Well, that blog was expected. It came at an opportune time when, well, all the moaners and everyone else are trying to have their $1 worth, and everything is explained in this one blog. What you have to do. Is it that hard? No. I think the question a person needs to ask is to ask themselves, what is it they want in TBC? Do they want the coins? Do they want to pay the fee or not? That will decide which side of the fence they will end up. Whether it will be a billionaire or as a millionaire or a nobody. So there is something there to think about. But you know, we are now in September. It is now September the 2nd in New Zealand. We don't have time to waste. We need to act and think about how we act and be careful about our choices we end up making in TBC. So that's my kōrero for tonight, people. A very long blog that needs to be revisited, you know, and studied, revised, read again repeatedly until you understand it fully. Then go start jumping and moaning. But don't do it before you've read this. That is what I say. You know, that's my advice to anybody in TBC now who has mixed messages going on in their little minds. So I'm going to end it here because I've run past my time through my broadcast. But that is it from me in Aotearoa, New Zealand. I'd be glad to hear of any questions you may have and of your thoughts moving forward. So, noho ora mai koutou, I o koutou kāinga, I o koutou waka pea, mena kei te haere koe I te huarahi. Ai, ka tūpato te haere. Nā, ko tēnei au, Quebec, ko tai mātou ki te mutinga o taku hōtaka o tēnei pō. Apopo, ka ki te kate anō I tēnei wā apopo. Nā, noho Mārie, koutou I tēnei pō.